What do you need to make an electronic photo album? It all starts with a lot of photos. Boy, do we have a lot of photos here in these two albums. There are over 800 black and whites taken from 1946 to 1956. Most of the photos used in this family video have been mounted in albums, which helps a lot when it comes time to arranging the pictures chronologically. Better than having everything stuffed into a shoebox. Okay, here's how I made this video, step by step. Step 1. Transform the photos in a digital format. Well, that means getting them all into a computer, and the best way to do that is to take an electronic snapshot of each picture. This flatbed scanner does the trick. Each photo is selected and scanned at a high resolution, usually around 300 dots per inch. The higher the resolution, the better, and I'll show you why later. I scan about 100 photos at a session rather than doing them all at once. You know, scanning is tedious and not much fun, so every so often I like to switch gears to another task. Labeling each picture is really important. If I don't give each picture a name right away, I'm going to be lost when it comes time to arrange them. A short name will do, just a few key words. This way, photos of the same event, like a Christmas, can be easily grouped. After I scan the pictures, I'm ready for step 2, cleaning them. And here's where the real work begins. Now, to the naked eye, these pictures look pretty good, just on the page in the album. But when you get really up close, it's a different story. Here's a good example. This photo is going to need a lot of work. The tears, scratches, stains, and just plain dirt will have to be digitally fixed or removed. I use Photoshop. It's a high-end graphic application that helps me make this photo presentable. Photoshop is loaded with wonderful tools like the Band-Aid. That helps me wipe out a lot of the imperfections. I also use Photoshop to adjust exposure, brightness, and the contrast. A typical photo takes about 6 minutes of cleaning. That's 800 photos at 6 minutes each. That's about 80 hours. That's a snap. But the results are worth all the time. Wow, what a difference. Now the photo's ready for its close-up, and step 3. And the fun really begins. All the scanning, the cleaning, the labeling was just to get ready for the real work, the making of the video. I use Final Cut Pro. It's another great application for creating movies. All the clean pictures are loaded into the Final Cut Pro browser window and then arranged on a timeline. The timeline is a graphic representation of the whole movie. Looking at 800 static pictures, well, no matter how good they are, can be a bore. I need ways to make the pictures seem to move. And to do this, I can control the length of time a picture's on screen, as well as zooms, pans, or tilts. Now you can see why I scan the photos at a high resolution. I can move in on the details, like the grill on the car, or a pair of shoes, or a long-forgotten Christmas present, without worrying about the picture losing quality. There's a huge selection of transitions I can choose from to get from picture to picture or from scene to scene. But nothing beats the old reliable cross-dissolve. But sometimes the scene calls for something a little more fancy. There's always a temptation to use all these transition effects, but I try to let the scene dictate the type of effect I use and not get too carried away. Step 4. My favorite step in this whole process is adding the music. Music makes the pictures come to life and helps with the rhythm and pacing of the whole video. It's hard to beat Glenn Miller or Harry James for good, strong beats and rhythms. With all the elements in place in the timeline, I'm ready to export the whole shebang to make the DVD. A DVD is a great way to deliver content. And with the application DVD Studio Pro, I what they call author the DVD, so you can watch the whole movie or just view some favorite scenes. That's about it. Except for creating, of course, the DVD on-screen menus, the cover, the label. Well, that wasn't so hard, was it?